What's up, everyone, and welcome back to our coverage of Star Wars Celebration 2023. It's Monday, the final day. Our brains are fried. Our room looks like it exploded with laundry, but that's just the way it is. So we're here to discuss The Bad Batch. That's going to be our first video of the day. We made it into that panel this morning, and most of it was a look back at Season 2, the highs and the lows and the heartbreak.
Yeah.
Which... I'm gonna say something that Michelle Ong, she said that she was so devastated to see that that they lost a member of their family, and she said, and he's not back by the end of the episode. I'm just like, I think that was probably not a slip of the tongue, that she just meant, maybe she doesn't know anything. I think she probably does, but
yeah,
I don't think she was trying to hint at something, but it did make me perk up.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to stand up there and be like, Tech's dead, deal with it.
Well, Jennifer Corbett did say something where, like, he's gone definitively, but then my tinfoil hat brain went into...
He's gone, yeah.
Right.
But not...
My tinfoil hat was like, oh, now she's overcompensating for what Michelle said. They're trying to...
Who knows? Anyways, yeah. Well, on the other end of that, D. Bradley Baker had a lot of good things to say that made me feel more comfortable with the idea of him actually being gone. Just saying that, like, he reached his purpose in life, like he made the ultimate sacrifice, blah, blah, blah.
Still sad.
Like, I teared up a few times just hearing them talk about everything from this season, and they all said that they teared up a lot throughout.
They were tearing up on stage.
Yeah.
Like the whole cast and the crew.
Michelle Ang was so sweet, and I could just listen to her talk all day, but everything she said, I agreed with. Like, she just seems like she loves playing that character and being a part of the Bad Batch family, and I'm sad that there's only one more season.
Yeah, that's the big news that we've been struggling to talk and get to.
But
here,
I think it's good. Like, I have been saying for a while now that I think one more season would be perfect, because it's not gonna get stretched out too far. They're not gonna, like, ramble on and lead us on like a journey that is gonna go too far. But I think it's good to wrap things up in one more season.
Yeah, it reminds me of Andor a little bit, where I'm like, I'm sad it's only one more season, but I always appreciate when a show goes out on its creators' terms and they know what the story is, and they're like, this is how long it's going to take to tell that story. There you go. 3 seasons, but they announced it after the season 2 finale. Everyone was like, okay, we're getting a 3rd season.
Yeah, when they were like, and there's more story to tell. Yeah. We were like, duh, show us the footage.
But we still screamed and clapped. Like, the room was still just so enthusiastic and energetic. It's so fun to be in there, hearing all of the cheers and the groans when they started to bring up Tech and everything that happened. But that panel was streamed, so you can go back and watch most of it, but they did not show to everyone what was basically a trailer for season 3. I mean, it
was a quick trailer, not like more of a teaser, I think.
Yeah, well, they called it a sneak peek, which I thought was going to be a scene or something, but it was a fully edited trailer teaser from multiple episodes. It looked like there were a lot of teases in it.
Yeah, and
so now we'll just try to describe what we recall.
It starts out, you can hear Palpatine talking, and we see him going to Mount Tantus. I assume he's talking to Hemlock. He's got 2 royal guards with him. It sounded like he was a little worried about the security on Tantus, just going to make sure that things are going as planned there.
Okay, yeah, I hadn't even considered that. Like, why is Palpatine at Tantus? I was just like, Palpatine's at Tantus.
I think he got word of what happened, maybe with Tarkin's place.
What our first mountain installation had a real hubbub over there.
Yeah,
a ruckus was caused.
Yeah,
and so I'm here at Mount Tantus to make sure no ruckuses happen here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and to put the pressure down on Hemlock, probably, now that now that Hemlock has Omega, also like some of his dialogue, I can't remember if it was Palpatine or Hemlock talking to Nalise, not Nalise. Yeah, Nalise. Basically just like talking about how important she is to the Empire now. Like,
just I think he said something like,
your work is very important to us. And so like the pressure's really being put on Nalise and Omega and Hemlock to like do whatever Palpatine needs them to do.
But that's one of the key takeaways from the trailer for me, was so much Mount Tantus. Like they teased it at the very end of season 1. It popped up a couple times in the second half of season 2, and I was just like, I want to go to Mount Tantus. I was saying like all roads are leading to Mount Tantus, and now it's like, okay, season 3 is that big. I think we're going to spend a lot of time there because Omega and Crosshair, 2 major characters, are stuck there.
Yeah. And Omega has a different hairstyle.
Yeah. So I noticed that they played it twice, and there's one shot at least that shows her, I think, like kind of being scanned in. It looked like a bioscan. She had the same season 2 haircut, but there were several other shots where she had a new haircut, looked a little older. I'm thinking there's another little time jump. She has a new character model just like she did after season 1.
Well, I noticed, because I am obsessed with the hair changes, I noticed in a couple shots that when it looked shorter, she just had it pulled back in a little ponytail.
Oh, well.
So it could be the same length hair, just she had it pulled back. But they were all in kind of like these matching prison uniforms almost, like her and the other clones that are being held there, Crosshair. They all were kind of wearing these gray jumpsuits and being held in what looked like just solitary confinement almost.
It kind of looked like what Crosshair was wearing, but a little brighter. New uniforms, I guess, for all of these clones. Tons of clones at Mount Tantus, but we focused on Omega and Crosshair, which they definitely seem like they're going to have a good dynamic where Omega, they're in like cells that are separated but connected, and she's trying to talk to Crosshair, and he's like, I'm not them. Like he's not accepting his role as part of the Dad Batch yet.
Yeah. And like all the other shots that we saw of the rest of the Bad Batch was mostly action. Like just them flying through space, fighting monsters. There was a lot of giant monsters. I think
a lot of monsters.
It looked like a Sarlacc, but you said it might have been something different.
It looked like a Sarlacc or a Dianoga, like a giant Dianoga, or the thing from Braca. I can't remember what it was called, the Ibdis Maw or something like that.
Basically, just
big
giant,
toothy mouth.
Giant toothy mouth and
tentacles.
Wrecker was like hanging slightly above it, and he like throws a grenade down into the mouth.
And he was like, "Why are there always monsters?" And there were a lot of different like wild looking creatures. Nothing like the Zillo Beast that we got revealed in Celebration last year, where I was like, holy cow, these all looked familiar or new.
We got a quick shot of Fennec Shand.
Fennec Shand is back. Let's see, Wolf was in it, which I've been asking that since we started seeing like, oh, Rex is building up his network, and we have Rex, we have Gregor. Wolf has to be here somewhere, and yes, Wolf is in season 3. Just saw him still wearing the helmet. Couldn't tell, where his allegiances were. It was like very fast.
Yeah.
Saw a lot of Imperial commandos and TK troopers.
Yeah, a lot of commandos. I wonder if there's going to be something with that. It just seems like that's the security on Mount Tantus.
Yeah, I think so. Scorch was there still. Definitely some teases with the cloning and like, what are they doing? We don't know. They didn't do any reveals there. It was probably about a minute and a half long. Very quick, but very cool. Yeah,
the only story beats we really got were the idea that Crosshair and Omega will be chit-chatting a lot as they are prisoners on Mount Tantus, and the Emperor shows up there to put the smack down and tell him, I need those clones.
Give me them clones. That's what he said. Give me them clones.
And the rest of the batch is just fighting a lot. So
yeah, they're just fighting to get to Tantus. But the fact that Rex popped up a couple times, and the other clones that we met in episode 14, they were around as well. So I think we're going to keep on building up that network, and the fact that there are so many clones at Mount Tantus, I think we're going to build to something big there.
Yeah.
And then they're all going to escape and live happily ever after on Pabu. That's how this is going to go. I'm calling it now.
Yeah.
Nothing else horrible will happen. But yeah, I think that's it. That's it's so tough to recall just the footage that was shown twice, thankfully, and it was very exciting. But we can only provide
that was hours ago
what we remember. Yeah, we went to the Star Wars Visions Volume 2 panel like right after that, and we're going to talk about that in the next video. So what a great segue.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching this one. Please like and subscribe and all that.
And you can follow us on Twitter, even though we're probably done live tweeting things for now, but definitely still follow us there because we took a lot of pictures over this weekend. So we'll be posting those over the next couple of days.
Yeah, no more live tweets because panels are pretty much over for us. But you can check out me pitching a Biggs Darklighter story to Mike Siglain, and he definitely was super into it and was not trying to get away from me. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.